Hey guys, Rachan here. Well, today I'm going to be making a video on tips for cost-effective cosplay, since in my opinion one of the biggest issues for cosplay is the ridiculous cost. So today I'll be doing 5 tips. I hope you guys enjoy it and find it useful. So let's get started. First, the best way to be the most cost-effective as possible is to make everything yourself. Props especially can cost thousands of rand to import from overseas. So it's best to get creative and make it yourself rather than buying it online. Or if you're not good at making stuff, get a friend or family member to help you. With regards to sewing, it can also cost a lot to import it from overseas. So it's best to make that yourself. So if you don't have a sewing machine, I suggest you get one, because sewing by hand will take a long time. Second, when making props, you don't necessarily need the best top quality stuff to make it with. For instance, when I was making my walking stick for my CL Phantomine cosplay, all I used was a curtain rail, a knob, lacquer to keep the paint from rubbing off, and hairspray paint I bought at a costume shop. Now, I could have bought some super expensive top-notch spray paint, but that wasn't necessary. Sometimes you do need some expensive stuff to make a prop, but try to avoid that as much as possible, and you can make things much more cost effective than they would be if you spent a lot of money trying to make it as good quality as possible, because that isn't always necessary. Third, when buying a sewing machine, don't go for some super high-tech 5,000 rand sewing machine, because chances are you won't be able to figure out how to use half the stuff available to you. An older, cheaper, simpler sewing machine can do the same job just fine. Third, when buying a sewing machine, don't go for some super high-tech 5,000 rand sewing machine, because chances are you won't be able to figure out how to use half the stuff available to you. An older, cheaper, simpler sewing machine can do the same job just fine. Fifth and finally, when looking for a wig, try and look for it locally before proceeding to buy it online, because there are a lot of stores that have been found recently in South Africa that sell very decent wigs for around 200 rand. They usually only come in natural colors, so keep that in mind, and they don't come in all styles. But if you can even find a wig around the same length or a similar style, you can just style it at a later date using scissors, hairspray, gel, or whatever you need. But chances are it will work out much cheaper than immediately shipping it from overseas. If you can't find a wig that's local, then go for eBay, because usually wigs are cheap and a lot of the time they have free shipping. But before you right away buy it online, do try and look for it locally, because you might be able to save a lot of money with that. Well, that's all for now. I hope you guys found this helpful. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll be uploading another video within the next week or so. I have school this week, but then I'm on holiday again, so I'm not sure exactly when I'll be able to upload another video, but it definitely will be within the next week. See you next time!